can't hear you.
We're live.
Hello.
I figure give people time to find us because it's a little odd time for us, right? You finished your meetings?
Yes, that one
When's your next one?
at I think 1:30 or 2.
Oh, okay. We got plenty of time to be informative.
Let me find YouTube.
Ooh, there's people here. Yay!
Oh, there is.
Hello, everybody. We just wanted to, a lot of you people had obviously shown concern about, our predicament down here. Those of you in other parts of the country, other parts of the continent that are used to snow, you might be thinking, well, we get more snow than you guys. We don't get snow down here.
Yeah.
We're not prepared. Our bodies aren't prepared. Our closets aren't prepared. Our houses aren't prepared.
Yeah, our pipes
aren't prepared. Our animals aren't prepared. Our grocery stores aren't prepared.
and our city is not prepared.
Well, yeah. Well, I can't complain about ours, so I won't complain.
Okay.
They did, yeah. I won't complain. But yeah, some states are not prepared, obviously. Oh my gosh. So, compared to Susan, I've had no problems. Our main house, when we first moved in, it's a very, very old home. We made sure and we insulated everything. My husband redid the plumbing, and when we did that, that was insulated, and so on and so forth. So, actually, no issues to speak of in the main house. The little studio I'm in, it's how old is it? It's 100 years old. It has no insulation. The plumbing is under the house, and under the house we're talking about maybe 10, 12 inches under the house. So it is like we crawled down there and insulated anything because you can't get down there. We'd have to take all the floorboards up to insulate underneath, which, we just did not do that. So obviously, even though we did the trick of the trickling and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter if you're trickling and the temperature down there is 0. Trickle is not going to do anything when you don't have insulated pipes. And then you have the breeze going through, so you have the wind chill factor. So I'm fortunate in that that's the only issue I have, is that in the studio, I don't have any water, and that's about it. Susan, on the other hand, she's even further south, and even further, their houses are really not ready for this. And obviously, we won't get into the politics, but their state was not ready for it either. That will be hashed out, I'm sure, in the news and in the courts and everything else. So now take it over, Susan. Let them know what happened with you.
Well, number one, my husband didn't insulate the pipes.
Well, you should have hired a husband for the day.
And we trickled. And we trickled for days, actually. We lost power on Monday, and we just got it back. Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday. So it was 5 degrees in our house with no power. Yeah, 5 degrees, trying to keep a bunch of dogs and birds from dying, and cats warm, and me and Betty warm, and no driving anywhere. So we kept our water trickling. Then they put us on a boil water notice. Well, you can't boil it. Where am I going to boil it? And then yesterday I sat down at my dining room table in the dark to glue something or fussy cut just to do something. And my table was wet. I was like, well, why's my table wet? Did I spill my paint water or what the hell? No, it was dripping out of the light fixture above my head. So I had to immediately go.
Never a good sign.
No. So I went and shut the water off and called Rosemary. I said, I need help. And she laughed at me. I said, no, seriously, I need some help. I don't want my house to catch on fire if I ever do get power. So I got power like 1 hour after that. So I got to power around 2-ish. And we hurried up and we did everything we could. We charged our phones. We grabbed something to eat. We shut the doors to get the heat in. And then we lost power at 9 o'clock last night, but only for an hour. So my company is still not up because they have no water. Half the city doesn't have water. Half the city doesn't have power. And now Betty just told me that they don't even have drinking water. So we have issues upon issues. Mm-hmm. So we are just stuck here in this house with no water. It's freezing cold still. Betty and the dogs are in the bedroom. It's very warm in there, but I'm sitting at my desk working and there's a big giant window here. So I'm really frigid. But other than that, we're good.
Now what, anecdotally for people in other parts of the country, you have to realize in our part of the country here in our states, especially down in Texas, I'll emphasize that because there are a few areas in our state that will get snow in the northern part, but not where I live. I mean, I've been here 15 years and we got a dusting 2 times, the kind of dusting that in 2 seconds it's melted. That's the extent of snow here. But unlike other parts of the country where they have snow plows, okay, you get a really heavy snowstorm and then the snow plows come in and the sand trucks come out and everything's hunky-dory and you can leave your house. Well, they don't have either one of those things in Texas. They don't have snow plows. They don't have sand, so, and right now the roads are not clear enough where they can bring those things in. By the time it's clear enough, you won't need that stuff,
Yeah.
So that's their situation. So they're kind of like paralyzed because they don't have the infrastructure to handle it, and
since a lot of our main highways, they all go up in the air.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, that's also an issue.
You've seen their freeways, they're everything because of the, the density of the larger cities. All their stuff is up in the air, their freeways and the off ramps, the over ramps, and the clover leaves. So those are frozen solid. I mean, you can't. I mean, if you've been alone, you might get airborne and fly off of one. So there's a lot of things, that make it a lot dire situation. Than some parts of the country might say, you've got 2 feet of snow. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is, you're not ready for it. The city isn't. The grocery stores are empty and they can't get vehicles in there to stock the grocery stores. And even if they did, half the grocery stores don't have electricity, so they can't, comply with the temperature laws as far as inside and regulating and, yada, 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 all that stuff. So even if they could get in, I don't think legally they could open their grocery stores except for for dry goods and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I know I saw on the neighborhood Facebook where there's somebody put a notice and they said the water pipes busted outside of so and so church and you could see the water just spewing everywhere. And
Mhm.
people were going over there with buckets and containers and getting the water and taking it home.
Yeah, I have a friend
No, Jane, I don't have any drinking water.
in the Houston area, and she's got a pool, and up until the day everything happened, she had it. It was, she warms it up. So because it was already kind of, obviously warm, it didn't totally freeze over, and she had everybody in the neighborhood come over and get as much as they could, so at least they'd have stuff to flush the toilet with.
Yeah.
So everybody was coming around to the pool. Our pool's almost empty now.
Well, I think we have.
Full of snow.
I think we have two stock pots in there left of water that Betty already boiled, but we're giving that to the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to go get some water, and she said that she was just watching the news and that they have a cluster inside of a cluster now that there's no water,
Oh boy.
drinking water. Because I'm sure people went out and hoarded it. I saw places had it for like $19-20 a 6-pack. I'm like, oh my God, are
Oh
you
my
kidding me?
goodness, that should be against the law.
Yeah, it should be, but yeah. So
Wow.
we're all right. We're drinking. Luckily, I have some fruit nectar, cans of fruit nectar, and we have some soda pops and some stuff like that. So we're just drinking, just enough to wash our food down, and that's. But we're not thirsty or where we're like,
Yeah.
seeing mirages. We're fine. We're just being very, very, very.
You're not seeing palm trees outside, are you?
But I do have to tell you that the mail lady did venture out yesterday and delivered my chicken sheet kit. So I have a chicken sheet kit.
I told you, don't say that too fast. See, no matter what happens, you get mail from Rosemary. What can I say?
Right. That's right.
I say. Although I haven't been able to get my orders out the past few days. Oh, and ladies, let me tell you, the Acantha quilts are frozen up north of me. They've been frozen up. They were in Tulsa. They were in Oklahoma for a day or two, and then I guess somehow they left Oklahoma, ended up in my state, but they're like about an hour away from me up there, I guess, still being frozen. So I thought, oh wow, that is so funny. It's taking longer for them to get to me from my own state than did to get to here from India. That is a sorry state of affairs.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
You can get things quicker from India than you can from inside your own state,
I was real surprised to see though the mail lady yesterday because there was still, ice, and we don't know what that is.
Yeah, on our road too, outside, it's solid ice out there. And I got a little notice saying my Amazon thing was in my mailbox. And I said, I can't get to my mailbox. I hope nobody else can get to it either and steal my stuff out of there.
Oh my gosh.
They're welcome to it. It's nothing edible. I'm sorry. Nothing you can drink.
Just a chicken sheik out there.
Yeah, but you're welcome to it. Hey, you got up to Chicago. The chicken chic, it's there. See? Why? They see my name, they go, ooh, we better deliver this. Rosemary's gonna get mad at us. And they just put that in the carrier's little pouch and boom, it's gone. Jean, I'm just trying to keep busy. I'm just folding papers that are gonna go. I've been making like junk, real plain old junk journals. I'm just getting all my papers I don't want or I know I'm not going to use, and I've been sticking them in like little vintage books so that they look kind of cute, and I put them in my shop and boom, they're gone. So they're I call them guilt-free junk journals. because there's nothing to mess up. Like those pretty foo-foo ones that we all love. You just look at them. Well, I don't want you to look at these. I want you to write on them, glue on them, paint on them, rip the pages out, whatever the heck you want to do. Guilt-free, guilt-free.
Guilt-free. I like that.
Guilt-free journals. So I had, before all the storm happened, I was going through some of my papers and I was ripping them up. And so when I came in here right now, they were all sitting there on this table I have in the kitchen. I said, aha, I'll just start folding and talking. We'll just fold and talk.
That's me. I'm just, oh my God, when I finally got my internet and everything last night, I had so many freaking emails because all my people are out of state, out of country, out of everything. And I'm like, slow down. Whoa. I can't give you any answers. I don't know. So,
and what's funny is that Susan's company, is in a country that freezes over. So they're kind of probably going like, what's their problem? They got a foot of snow, 2 feet.
Well, actually, when I had my meeting in the UK this morning, they said that the top news in England was Houston.
Oh, wow. So they know you're not just kidding.
Yeah.
They know you're not exaggerating.
Yeah. So they were aware.
Yeah.
Of what was going on.
And then, in Texas, they're known for these whipping winds. So you get this cold temperature that they're not used to. And then if that wind starts whipping, oh my goodness. Especially in the Panhandle. That's like the coldest place I think I've ever been in the South.
Yeah, but that's like some of those days I would go stand outside, even though it was only 16 degrees, the sun was shining.
Mm-hmm.
And it was warmer than it was in this damn house.
Yeah. That's just plain crazy.
No. It's ridiculous. It was so nice last night. I told Betty, I said, oh my gosh, my nose just thawed out. And I mean, 30 minutes later, boom, the lights went out. I went, oh, well, it's okay. We're going to bed. Doesn't matter. And then they came right back on.
Look, Vonda says they've been down in Mississippi. They're snowed in.
Yeah, Mississippi's not used to it either.
Oh, they're not prepared for that. The houses, nope, and nope. Pipes, nope. I think, like the further south you go, they don't even insulate pipes. There's like no real reason to have to insulate.
We had people going to like Whataburger and the fast food places getting a large drink because it comes in a big foam cup.
Yeah.
And they were mocking the things that you use to cover your spigots outside because you couldn't get any.
Oh.
So they were they were putting rubber bands in there and tying the knot and putting like a stick so they could hook it to their spigot, put it on their spigot and pull it tight. Yeah.
Well, see, it's been maybe over a month ago. I have a spigot outside of the little studio here. And like I explained, things here in the studio, it isn't properly weatherized, the way my husband liked it to be. But what we do is the spigot that provides water for my garden, we turn off the main valve and we wrap it up with insulation and everything, and then we put a bucket over it. So we know it didn't freeze there.
Yeah.
So it's got to be under the house, under the studio where it went bad, where it went wrong.
Yeah, well, see, that's like mine. My dining room or my breakfast room is right there next to the washroom, and there's a restroom there, and then the back door. So it's like really cold over there. So that's where it froze. Even though we had it trickling, that's where it busted.
Yeah.
But I'm wishing they would call me. It's like, come on already. Somebody called me last night from a company called Code Blue. And they said, we're the ones who are going to be. I'm like, okay, well, get over here with your bad self. Because we ain't got no water. We can't take no baths. Hello. And you know how nasty your house gets when you're going in and out and there's ice on your feet and I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand it.
All the mud.
Yeah.
Yep. And the little doggies bring in little mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophie absolutely loves it.
We even covered up our air conditioning unit outside. You know, we wrapped that all up so that it wouldn't get filled up with snow. My husband goes, who knows what'll happen to that? You know, freeze the antifreeze, you know.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So we covered those all up when we knew the storm was coming. We wrapped all that up and put a piece of plywood over it. Then we put a big old bag over it, just to keep the snow from piling up in there, you know.
Oh my gosh.
It take forever to melt. We didn't want it to be a big old ice cube.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, you shouldn't have to think about those things, you know.
You're right. I know it took forever and a day getting those plants put in the garage. Oh my gosh, Betty and her plants.
Oh, that's right, the plants. I've given up on those. I just play with all my trees. And I put up annuals because the things I like to do my eco printing with, besides my leaves, it's a lot of the flowers that are perennials. So I don't worry about that no more. I used to, until all of the squirrels stole all of my bulbs. And after a couple of years of that, I said, okay, never mind. I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh no.
Not feeding the squirrels my expensive bulbs anymore.
So Dorinda said they don't cover theirs in Michigan and it doesn't bother them.
Don't cover.
Yeah, see, I'm sure there's spigots and their everything because everything is built for that type of weather.
Yeah, it's got like built-in. They have these little valves inside that doesn't allow the water to go back in. That's what protects it. We don't have that in here. We don't have that here at all. At all. And I'm trust inside your walls. You're insulated. We're not. We are not insulated here.
I told Betty, I said, the first thing, I said, we have 3 major projects. So don't buy another craft, nothing. First thing is get all this galvanized piping out of here and do flex pipe.
Yeah, although it can freeze.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So
and then the second thing is to get rid of this electric stove and oven and get gas.
Okie dokie.
And the third thing is to get one of those. I think they're like $4,600. The generators that as soon as you lose power, 10 seconds later, the generator kicks in. So
yeah, yep, and that will run everything up to a certain. I mean, you know, during the summertime, it'll run your air. If you get like this is my husband's plan. He's been planning this for like 2 years, and I think all this is going to make him really do it now. Because here in the summertime, we have the opposite kind of thing. In the summertime, the power goes out for various reasons. And mostly because of the seasonal storms that we get, you know, like with the threat of tornadoes and things like that. So we get high winds, we get thunderstorms, the power goes out, but yet, you know, it's 100 degrees. And so he was looking at these generators a couple of years ago that if you put a window unit for air conditioning, and this is his theory, put one in the bedroom, and we already have a gas fireplace that's in the bedroom if we need it.
It don't do crap.
Oh man, ours does. I don't know.
I'm gonna change that sucker back to wood too.
It's great. Yeah, see, The one we have, I mean, I can't breathe. It gets so hot in there. We tested it out one time. It was like, oh my gosh, Richard, open the windows. I can't breathe. It's so hot in here. You want to see how warm it would get? I said, okay, it's warm enough. Turn this thing off.
Yeah, well, I think ours is because our house is so open. You can't really shut off like the den and stuff. But
Yeah.
I told her that we need to, change that over to wood. But really, we don't get the freezes. But when we get hurricanes, we've been 18 days with no power, and it's just not worth it. And this one says it'll run your appliances, your
Yeah.
central air and heat, and something else.
Yep. And you watch though, be careful. Don't buy it right away because they're going to be
Bye, Dorinda.
extremely expensive right now because of what happened to you. If you wait, like a whole season, they'll be half price. They'll be half price.
Yeah.
Because they're going to
Artie Dar, I heard people on the Facebook groups talking about solar power, and the people with solar power lost theirs too, unless you invest and buy all the batteries that you need to have to sustain what you need. So those are the expensive part of solar power. So there were people that had solar power that didn't have power either because they didn't make the major investment to buy the battery backups, which I think is you only like 15 hours or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might want to double think that. I know it does save during the season, but it doesn't really, if power goes out, it doesn't save you any and help you.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, but then when I started reading everybody's comments, it was like, uh-oh.
But those backups in the long run, they do help because we had both when we were in California and Hawaii. We had the solar and we had also the backup. I mean, you really don't need it, but it was a whole package thing, And I mean, over there you don't really need it because you're always going to have some sun. But we saved a lot of money because electricity in Hawaii is very expensive.
Yeah.
And in California also. And, it saved a lot of money. I mean, it got paid for within the first year. Everything we invested in it was paid for, And plus, there's so many grants out there that covers it all, almost all of it. Grants all over the place. So
see, that's here. I think it covers your panels, but where they get you is the battery. Battery packs.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say you really kind of have to, do a study on your house of how many amps you use per day, per hour, by certain times to see how much you really need to sustain all that power, or how much you. These people are still driving past my house with ice at their windshields.
Hi, Candy. We're just
Candy?
The frost update. We're all defrosting a little bit. It's slowly, but at least it's happening. And this will be a mere memory by next Wednesday, because next Wednesday here it's supposed to be 60 degrees. So that'll
be 74.
So, oh my gosh, see, so that's really going to that's what's going to happen now. Everyone's really going to know what kind of damage they have to their pipes because they're going to have waterfalls in their houses when everything starts defrosting. And that's what I'm worried about over here. Okay, is it going to defrost or did something buzz? What's going on? We'll find out. News at 11. Oh, gosh. And then other parts of the country didn't get what we got, but they got those horrible tornadoes from this cold, the cold front that hit their warm air, and they got horrible tornadoes in Carolina, and I think in, what was it, Georgia, Alabama, one or the other, or both. Oh. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm so sorry. It was like 20, I think my husband said 22 miles. Is that what it is? Yeah, 22 miles. It was on the ground.
So, I think I'd rather go through this 5 days of almost dying of frostbite than to go through 25 seconds of a tornado.
Yeah. Yeah, that gets my vote too. Most definitely. I've been through both, and yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No. I hate tornadoes.
Yeah, not my favorite thing either. Not my favorite thing. Well, the sun is out right now. It's really out. I was outside. I was like totally going out of my board. So I got all bundled up. Again, around here, I don't even have like the right gloves. I don't have the right coat. I don't have the right shoes. I have no snow boots. I mean, we're not prepared for any of this. So I go out there and my husband goes, "What are you getting all dressed for?" All dressed, putting a coat on. I said, "I'm bored. I'm going to go out there and shovel." He goes, "What?" I said, "I am bored. I'm going to go shovel." So I went out in the front and I shoveled from, I had to clear all the stairs. We have, I say all. We got like 7 steps down from our porch down to the front yard. So I had to sweep all that up and scrape and whatever I was doing. And we don't have shovels for this either, so that's interesting.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have those kind of shovels. Anyway, so got that all cleared away, and then I said, I wonder if I can, if it's warm enough, with a little bit of sun, for me to shovel all that stuff from the house to the studio. So I go out the back, and he goes, "What are you doing now?" I said, "I gotta see if I can get to my studio." So there I was doing the shovel, not the flat one. I don't have a flat one, but the one you dig holes with. There I am, like, okay, I hope I don't dig a hole. I don't want a hole. I'm just trying to get the snow out of here. And then I had this big push broom that has those really hard bristles. So after I got as much as I could with the shovel, then I came with the little bristle thing. And I'm trying to, what an idiot. But anyway, it's all I had, So I got most of that. And then I went in the house and the sun came out kind of nice. And I started seeing that it was, because I have stones between the house and the studio. So it was kind of heating up the stones. It was kind of melting the snow on there, because there was only like maybe a quarter, eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch of ice on there. And it started melting. Oh, it's melting. So I run out there with the broom again, and I'm pushing the melting ice. So I made my way over here, and here I am. Just to come and talk to you guys. Aren't you special?
I went to get in my car yesterday to charge my cell phone, and I couldn't get the gate open because all the ice and snow on the other side. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So I had to get a, those extensions you use for your, when you're going to use a paint roller?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I had one of those. So I stuck it over the fence, and I was doing it back and forth, digging all that ice and stuff away from the. Yeah.
Oh, there's Kathy. Kathy's in Texas with you. How are you doing, Kathy? Elaine, how are you doing? She's up there in close to Tulsa area, I think still. I get confused where Elaine is. I know she's up there in that general area.
I wonder how Leslie's doing too.
Who?
Leslie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, boy.
Artie Dar said they have a snow dusting, but now frozen rain coming down here in New Jersey.
Oh, no.
Candy's having a snowstorm.
Oh, boy. Oh, I think that's the last of our snowstorms for a while. It's not in the forecast. We got the last one yesterday. At least up here where I am.
That's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous.
So,
because the first night it was like, oh look, it's snowing. Oh, yeah,
I know. You're getting all excited.
Yeah, wrong.
Oh, it was like, and then, because my husband says, well, we need to prepare, as far as, we went and filled up our vehicle with gas, and I went grocery shopping, and he says, we got to prepare. And I said, every time we prepare, it never snows. And he goes, Well, this might be different this time. Hello, it was. Because they're always telling us we're going to get some snow, and we never do. So it's like, crying wolf. So it's like, okay. So a lot of people did not prepare around here as far as like getting their groceries and like getting prepared, because how many times do we get prepared and nothing ever happens? We don't get snow here.
We don't either. But now it says today some mixed winter precipitation. Low 24. Tomorrow night's low 25. And then Saturday is high of 56, low of 44.
I was joking with my husband. I said, you know what? He says, I told him, I said, how that joke is that older people, all they watch is the Weather Channel. I told him, I said, hello. That's all I'm looking at. I'm just looking at my phone. Okay, what's the weather? When's it going to warm up?
Yeah, because ours was supposed to be over Tuesday.
Oh boy. Yeah, well that one was supposed to be done Tuesday. The second one came Tuesday night. At least for us, it was the second. There was like a 12-hour period between two separate storms.
Yeah. Exactly, Kathy. She wasn't prepared for no electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy's got a zombie apocalypse storage, so she's good.
Well, we got to get her. Oh, I do. I'm going to say we need to get her address. I do have her address. Some night. You just never know, Tammy. You just never know. Who'll be lurking?
Crazy. And no pizza places will deliver.
They don't have no power.
I know when Betty got up yesterday morning, I said, there's a bowl of beans in the fireplace if you get hungry. She's like, beans? I said, that's the only thing I could get open with a can opener and put in a little bowl and stick over there in that piece of crap fireplace.
Look over there at Sassy Tammy. She's got 2,500 square feet of yummy stuff in her basement.
Wow. Wow.
She's prepared. Just as long as her pipes don't bust down there and ruin everything. I'm just saying now.
Oh no.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong. You got to think ahead. I hope you've got everything well packaged.
Kathy said she camped in her guest bathroom with candles.
Oh no. Oh
yeah.
My goodness.
We had, thank God for Rosemary's storm of Cantha-quilts. Because we had every Cantha-quilt we had on the beds. We had 2 down comforters. It was so heavy, all the blankets we had. We couldn't even move under the covers. Once you got where you were going to be, that's where you got.
And I bet you your dogs weren't even breathing heavy on you. It was like breathing cold on you, huh?
No, they all kind of got in their prospective places with their prospective blankets, and they
didn't move.
They didn't move.
Poor thing.
Except Sophie, when you would let her out in the backyard, she would run like crazy and stop and eat the ice, then run like crazy and stop and eat the ice.
And the birdies, they thought out okay?
Oh, yeah, that was kind of, Betty was scared to go in there and check on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're fine. They're in the bedroom now. They're all warm. They got their little heater set up, but yeah, we gave the fireplace to the birds and we just went in the bedroom and shut the door.
Yeah.
They finally sang. Yesterday is the first day they sang since Monday.
They didn't want to use up their energy. They needed it all to keep warm. Poor things. Poor things. Oh, the things we do for our pets.
I know, it's ridiculous. Even the cat was sleeping under a blanket.
Oh my goodness. What's Arlene talking about?
She's talking about, she said, I'm so glad y'all are on right now. You are saving the fine man in my kitchen from Being watched. I bet he dreads going into women's apartments to work. Oh, she must have a maintenance person there.
Yeah, I'm sure they hate being like watched every single thing they do, especially when we start asking questions. Oh, they must love that. How come you're doing that? How come you didn't do this? Oh, watch my floor over there. And oh, do you have underwear under those pants? Because I can see down everything.
I know. There's that plumber's crack. That is one ugly sight.
I've never understood how. Okay, if any of you guys that have done plumbing, it is like everything that has to do with plumbing is always very small, tight quarters, and almost all plumbers are big, overweight men. I haven't figured out how they choose that line of work. And why these smaller, short, thin guys don't say, hey, I think I'll be a plumber because I can fit in all those little small places. No, they don't do that. I haven't figured that one out yet.
I think you have to go on a crack interview. Get your master's plumber's license. And that's what she said. Right now he's on all fours with his head under her sink. I better not read out loud because he might can hear. Hey, Mr. Plumber.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Oh, we see you in YouTube land.
I just lost stuff on the floor. Oh, and my feet, like right now, like I've always complained to you guys. Whoops. I complained to you guys about the winter here because in my studio because my feet literally freeze. And it's because there's no insulation, under the house. That's why my toes always feel like they're getting frostbite. And so now it's like extra cold.
Yeah, my toes are frozen right now, and I have on shoes and socks.
I've got 2 pairs of socks and my shoes, and I have my feet on the roller part of my chair. They're not even touching the floor, and they feel like they're gonna like fall off right now. So yeah, so I can't wait till it gets a little more toasty in here. At least underneath the house it gets toasty, because not liking the frozen feet when you're in the house. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling, you guys. Well, we just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know what's going on. I know you expressed concern about Susan and Betty because of their dire situation, and let everyone know that it's not perfect, but it's getting better, and they'll be toasty by next week. And obviously we will not be on tonight because as soon as that sun goes down, it's black ice between here and my house. Even though it's not that far, I am not going to follow my patootie to go live. Although I would love to, because I can't wait to get back to playing and doing my thing, but it is not going to be happening tonight.
I know this sort of took away our extra time for chicken sheet.
I know, exactly. And you guys, just between you, I have no idea what I'm doing next month because this may sound stupid, but I haven't been able to have the thinking, the creative flow. Because what I do is I walk through my studio and then I go, aha, and I haven't been able to walk through it to go, aha. So it's like, holy moly. So I'm thinking, because I have all the stuff, and we've been talking about a true junk journal, and that doesn't take too much creativity out of me because I just grab everything together and put it together. So that may have to be what we do for next month, because I can do that kind of brain dead. So so when it defrosts this weekend, I won't have to like plan and think and make this elaborate prototype and everything. It's just going to be, you know what I'm saying. You understand what I am saying. So I think that's what it's going to end up being. And it's still going to be fun. I got the coolest stuff, you guys. The coolest stuff I've collected. So it isn't like it's going to be boring. And
Ever is boring.
You've seen some of my stuff that I appropriate from Sam's, and I might make it there before the next time after all this defrost. Well, yeah, for sure. Next week I can get there and see if I can find some other cool stuff, and then some things that I bought this past month in preparation for doing that. Didn't know when I was going to do it, but I was preparing for it. So I got some cool stuff. And yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm convincing myself that's what we're going to do. I just convinced myself that's what we're doing. Ta-da!
So Tammy said do a true kit and caboodle kit.
Exactly.
Kathy's thinking of something warm and balmy.
That's a good title. I like that, Tammy. A true kit and caboodle kit. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. And when people say, what the heck is she talking about? I'll say, talk to Tammy. Talk to Tammy.
I thought it was like cat food.
What? Oh, the true kit and caboodle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about that till after I did it. It was so funny. I think I told you guys the story. After I put my listing of the kit and caboodles, I don't own a cat. I've never owned a cat as an adult. We had cats when I was a kid, but so I didn't know about that. So I put in my listing, and then when I went to, I don't know, it was Google, Yahoo, I don't know, I went to something, and over on the side, it said something kit and caboodle. I'm going, wait, are they talking about my kit? How can they know about my kit? That's how stupid I was. And I go and click on it, cat food. I go, oh my goodness. I did not know. So, oh well. Talk about there's nothing new. There's definitely nothing new out there. So
it says a kit is a set of objects as in a toolkit or what a soldier would put in his kit bag, and a caboodle or boodle is an archaic term meaning group or collection, usually of people.
Okay, well, we're not collecting people, and I don't think they're going to feed the cat people either. So I guess it's taken on a new meaning. All I know is my grandmother always said that.
There's another Texas person in here. Hey, Lisa.
Defrosting? Are we defrosting? I think everyone hopefully is on the way. Although, did you say that they were getting little flurries today, or was that someone else told me that they were getting flurries? I'm forgetting who's giving me my info. Somebody said it. Uh-oh, hold on.
It kept going out on me. What the heck?
Yeah, it wants you bad.
That's good, Lisa. I'm glad y'all got through it well.
Oh, fog and flurries.
Fog flurries.
Here, fog flurries. I don't want that.
No.
Definitely don't want that.
Ooh, it don't matter to me. I'm not going anywhere but from the bedroom to the bathroom or the backyard, whichever business I need to take care of.
Ooh, I hear crunchiness outside. There's vehicles on the move. I can hear them crunching.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I hear it right now. Oh, especially at night. Because everything is so quiet.
Yes.
When the vehicles go by at night, it sounds like they're going to drive into the house. I go, what is going on? Uh-oh. Fire engine or ambulance. I don't know which. That's the first time I've heard this in a week. It's the fire truck. That's not good. That's not good. Somebody's trying to warm up probably with their charcoal. I saw that on the news that people were so desperate. They were bringing their little barbecue things in their house and turning them on.
Yeah, we had a lot of
I thought, well, either way, you're going to die if you do that, you know?
yeah, we had a lot of carbon monoxide incidences.
And people were turning their cars on in their garage without opening to try and get warm. Bad idea.
Yeah.
That
We lost a lady and her 8-year-old, and then they had just on the next intersection right here, they had they had the medics on site. There was like 13 people in this house, and they had already taken 8 away from the carbon monoxide, and they were trying to get the rest of them out. So I don't know what they did.
Oh my gosh, that is so sad. So sad. And that's just another example of not being prepared. You don't really know the dangers of some things, you know, because you've just never been exposed to situations like that.
You know what? When you're that cold, you don't even think. You're just like, oh my God, how can I get my child warm? How can I get my whatever warm?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get into a desperate mode of anything goes just so I can help, you know. It's sad. It's very sad.
Kathy D said she watched YouTube to learn how to open her garage door manually.
Oh, yeah. And then you hope you can close it. It doesn't freeze in that position. My husband says, don't open the garage door.
Okay.
Not. And he says, because that's when it was, you know, we didn't know when it was going to get warm. He says, you don't know what position that gear is going to stay locked in. And if you get flurries, you know, it defeats the whole purpose of you having a garage to protect some of your stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Lisa. Oh, Kathy had to go and charge her phone in her car. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, ladies, I'm going to let you go. Susan still has to work, I think, tonight. I mean, this afternoon.
Yeah.
And my feet feel like they're going to fall off. So I need to go warm them up for a little while and then maybe make my way back over here, or maybe put 4 pairs of socks. I'm not sure what. I think it's because I'm sitting. If I'm walking around doing stuff, my feet stay a little warmer. But I'm just sitting here and that coldness is radiating up my legs. Not fun. It's not fun at all. And my heat's on. Can you imagine? The heat is on. And it's 70 degrees. The heat's on, but that's how cold underneath is, that my feet are freezing.
Yes.
Freezing.
Yes.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for all your support and your well wishes. And those of you that are going through the same thing, I hope things get better for you guys also. And we will see you soon. I'm not sure when. We're still scheduled for next Wednesday and Thursday. But if we're so inclined and defrosted and Susan's in the mood, who knows? We might be on sooner. You never know.
You never know.
You just never know. All right. Thank you again, Susan. I'm glad things are looking up for you. And yes. So we'll see everybody soon. And best to everybody. Ho, ho, ho.
Have a good day, ladies.
Goodbye.
Bye.